Janice Macayan from BSN 1A, and today we will tackle about microbial physiology. So what is microbial physiology? So it is concerned with the vital processes of microorganism. So it means that today we will focus on microorganism. It's what are the processes that they undergo in order for them to survive in the environment and in their host. So um, it's it includes also their on how they multiply, how they grow rapidly, and and what are the condition why they die, and many more. So now, um, nutritional requirements of a microbe. So microbe needs carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. So yeah, including the sodium, potassium, fluoride, magnesium, calcium, iron, and iodine. So these are the essential nutrients they are needed in the body. So the next is categorizing microorganism according to their energy and carbon source. So these are the four nutritional categories: the photoautotrophs, photoheterotrophs, the chemoautotrophs, and chemoheterotrophs. So this indicates organism source and carbon sources. But before we discuss first, we will discuss first the single form. You see, this was combination of the nutritional categories of a microbes. So so these are the terms relating to an organism energy source. So the first is the photoautotrophs. So photoautotrophs, from the word itself, photo, so means light. So it means that microbes uh, use uses light as their energy source through photosynthesis. So these are these are organisms that uses light for their energy source. So the next is the chemotroph. So these use either inorganic or organic chemicals as an energy source. So it's either organic or inorganic. So may niya tuha nga classification and chemolithotrophs and chemoorganotrophs. So ang chemolithotrophs amiyaan kanan mga inorganic. So tapos ang chemoorganotrophs and organic sources are the chemicals used for energy source of a specific organism. So amo dihiyaan ka ng energy source. So the next are use of carbon source. So the first one is the autotroph. So it uses carbon dioxide as their sole source of carbon source as carbon. So carbon dioxide ang gamit para era carbon source. So for example, sini mga plants, diba, kinahanglan manhan. Diba ang plants, kinahanglan niyahin oxygen, ay carbon dioxide as ang tao kailangan liwatin oxygen, wherein an oxygen produced or made by the plants. And we are the one who expel the carbon dioxide that they are needing for their um, for the photosynthesis. So the next, the algae and also the cyanobacteria. So the next is the heterotrophs. So heterotrophs is an organism that uses organic compounds other than carbon dioxide as their carbon source. So um, regardless ng presence on a carbon source, they need organic chemicals in addition to the carbon source for their necessity. So, as to examples, kita, mga tao, tapos animals, and fungi. So, usually mga eukaryotic. So, as let's go back nga tohan kanina nga categories, nutritional categories. So, the first is the photoautotroph. So, it's a combination of photo and autotroph. It means that it uses light as an energy source and carbon dioxide as a carbon source. So, asya to. Then the next is photoheterotrophs. Iniliwatiya uses light gihapon as an energy source with organic chemicals as organic compounds other than carbon dioxide as a carbon source. So, ini uses of light. So, kinanglan nirahin light as an energy. Yan, organic chemicals. Yeah, then the carbon source. Tapos, the next is the chemoautotroph. So, asya niyan, use of chemicals as an energy other than carbon source. Then, the chemoheterotroph, so matuyas of chemicals and organic compounds other than carbon source. So, may dahitagin si siring saprophytic fungi. So, ang saprophytic fungi, amo niluwag kiraan an organism that lives in a decaying matter. So, amin nila na ato mga soils. So, dako gyapon it era buling environment. So, the next is ecology. So, ecology is the study of the interaction between organisms and the world around them. So, So, and nextly, what an ecosystem? Ecosystem is the interactions between living organisms and their non-living environment. So, nililuwat kitahan, ecosystem. So, adian, sinisiring natin nga phototrophs. So, ang phototrophs, they are the producer of food and oxygen for the chemoheterotrophs. And mga phototrophs na-usein yung mga phototrophs namin use of light as their energy source. So, hera naghihimon food ng oxygen parahan mga chemoheterotrophs. Tapos, ang photoautotrophs liwat, they trap energy from the sun and use it to build the organic compounds from inorganic materials in the soils, water, and air. So, amuluwat at metabolic enzyme. So what is metabolic enzyme? So first, what is metabolism? So metabolism are all the chemical reactions occur in a cell, and a chemical reaction referred to the metabolic reaction. So in metabolism, kaan ini chemical reaction ang atong lawas nga that occur in a cell. So iniluwat yung chemical reaction, yung tatawag ini nga metabolic reactions. So kumbaga sugad din iba cell, tapos metabolic reaction, tapos an appropriate microbial enzyme, and it can only possess that enzyme if the genome of the cell contains a gene that codes for the production of that enzyme. So kumbaga inihiya ang microbial reaction na Korea kung ano't kailangan hit genes asya bubuhaton nito sa nga enzyme. So asya it kinagagaw sa nito ang metabolic reaction. Din ang biologic catalyst. So biologic catalyst asya yung mga enzymes. So an enzyme, they are the one that break down those substrate or the specific substrate that are needed by our body in order to function of the specific organ in our system. So there are we have this we call endoenzymes. So this endoenzymes, so endo means inside. So these are enzymes produced within a cells and functions within a cells. While these exoenzymes, from the word itself, exo means on the outside, so it is produced in the cells, but later on go out for their specific function. Then apoenzymes, these are enzymes that they're enzymes that need they don't have catabolic ability bagat sugat inaglan nila cofactor para hira mag-functions bagat sugat dito. Then tapos coenzymes are small organic vitamin type molecules. So mga small particles in iyahin kanin. So may nakita mga factors affecting the efficiency of the enzyme. So usually and range of pH, temperature, substrate concentration, and enzyme concentration. So and range of pH, so kung acidic or alkaline, kung taas, so ngadahan active site, so magkakaadahin alteration and function han active site, so dili gyud niya mababreakdown and maupayan specific substrate. So asya ma-alter ang functions ng enzyme. So temperature, an enzyme is not good for overheating kasi narurubat iya structures, diba? It is made up, it's a composition of proteins so pag super hot ma-lose siya, so mawawala gyapon ang iya function, ma-decrease, so bagat ma-deactivate or so ang substrate concentration liwat kumbaga may nian ano pa to and sobra pagsugad damuan enzymes tapos damon enzymes tapos gutilan gutilan substrate. So ang mangyayari So dili damo ang enzymes as gutila ang substrate, so masasayang ang enzymes and energy, so bagat it's a waste of energy, so bagat sayang na. So the next is the enzyme concentration, so iniliwat bagat in the opposite pa han substrate concentration. So the next is there are two categories of metabolism, so the catabolism and anabolism. So their differences are they so catabolism and anabolism. So there are their differences. So and catabolism shiny and produce energy, while an anabolism need energy. So for the differences, all catabolic reactions in a cells, while an anabolism or all anabolic reactions are found in the cells. So and all catabolic reaction involves the breaking of bonds. Whenever chemical bonds are broken, energy is released. So aside to it produces energy because it involves breaking down of the bonds whenever so the energy is released. So while within anabolism, anabolic reaction involve the creation of bonds. It takes energy to create chemical bonds. So nga dili what? So and formation of the bonding. So kinahanglan niya energy for those activity. So next is larger molecules are broken down into smaller molecules. So amad to ang mga bonding, they are breakdown into smaller molecules. Then the next smaller molecules bonded together to create a larger molecule. So in contrast and catabolism and anabolism liwat, it's create mga bonds. It's smaller molecules are bonded together to create larger molecules. So the next is the biochemical pathways. So biochemical pathways, series of link of biochemical reactions that occur in a stepwise manner leading from a starting point materials to an end product. So mga biochemical reactions ini so that in a stepwise manner reactions bagat sequence ya. So bagat dili ya pwede magka balik-baliktad. Dapat kung ano iya dapat result dapat asya. So bagat bagay ini hit, for example natin 8 mga sarat yan, kumbaga kunwari kunwari so ganyan na malak ikaw di ka hatabon tapos makato ka taklaban. So what will you do is before ka makakato taklaban maagi ka anay then awan and palo asya na. So asya ito. So before ka makakato, so maagi anay kuan before ka makakato bagat sugad. Susunod nga dilawad kitahan common processes of biochemical pathways. So diba? So before ka makakato imo kuan may daanay. So adian processes of biochemical pathways. So may daniya duha nga kuan kanan aerobic Aerobic respiration of glucose and fermentation of glucose. So, nga dihan aerobic respiration of glucose, kuhanin niya, complete catabolism, it nangyayari, which is in 3 phases, liwat yan, 3 steps. So, ang first nga steps, glycolysis. So, actually, ang glycolysis, kanan aerobic idyapon niya nga process. Pero, na-occur piya kanan aerobic respiration ng glucose. So, and during hand glycolysis, ang mangyayari, meron niya 9 step in biochemical pathway, tapos kada usa requires a specific enzyme. So, kada usa to may specific enzymes nga palahan functions. So, nganhi, kinahanglan niyan 6 carbon 236 carbon molecular pyruvic acid. So, din niliwat, it produces a very little energy la. Then, the next is the Krebs cycle. So, ang Krebs cycles liwat, the pyruvic acid molecule produced during the glycolysis. So, yun pyruvic acids, tikanghang glycolysis, yung convert liwat into acetyl CoA molecules which then enter. Tapos amo na dumaka din na Krebs cycles. So, ang biochemical pathway consisting 8 separate reactions controlled by different enzymes. So, amo adto. Kunan kanina ang glycolysis 6 ini 8 nga separate reactions with different enzymes yapon. So ang first step niya, ang acetyl CoA makombine niya oxaloacetate to produce a citric acid. Tapos pagkatuliwat ang citric acid cycles, amo na to, and at the end of the 8 reaction, and biochemical pathway ends up back to the starting point. So, mabalik na to starting point. Tapos, duha ka ATP produced, but the number of products then enter to electron transport chain. So, adto kauman liwat adto makadina electron transport chain yan ikatulong akuan kundi amin sinisig na nga respiratory chain. So, may din niya series of oxidation reduction reactions wherein energy is released as electron and transferred into compound to another. Example hini ang mga flavoprotein, kanon ngan cytochromes. Then pinakalas din yan oxygen na kumbaga ang pinaka-terminal na niya terminal. So dinhi dako na energy and napoproduce. Then the next nga dihan fermentation of glucose. So ini kanan anaerobic environment niya nangyayari. So nabaytan tawag. So makorgap nga dihan glycolysis wherein siya to same gihapon. So, second, and conversion of pyruvic acid into an end product. So, actually, same gihapon, pero a group of gram-positive bacteria like lactic acid bacteria convert pyruvic acid into lactic acid so that asya na to. For example, sa mga diba fermentation, diba breaking down manin, for example sa mga gagamit niya for make food products like cheese, mga yogurt, mga sugat. Tapos kung human cells or a human body liwat, lack of oxygen during exertion results of pyruvic acid and pyruvic acid into lactic acid. So, diri maupay and too much lactic acid lawas. So, asya to. So, ang sunod kaya oxidation reduction reaction. So, it is reaction in which electron are transferred from one compound to another. So asya ini an bagat transfer of electron to one compound to another for parahan complete ano ba ang tawag nato, prevalence and kada elements. So asya na. So, molecule loses one or more electrons in a reaction, so it will attach immediately to the other molecule. The resulting gain of one or more electrons in molecules. So, in reduction amo ato and the resulting gain of one or more electrons of molecules. So, the next is the bacteria genetics. So, iniyaan kanan bacteria genetic. So, what is genetics? It's the study of the heredity. So, kung an imo DNA, imo genes, ang aton gene codes, aton chromosomes. So, ang genotype or genome liwat is the complete collection of genes. So, siya yan, diba? Ito, nucleus, tas may nucleolus ganito. Sulod nucleolus and DNA. So, siya ito. So, ang complete collection of genes. So, ang phenotype liwat is organisms, physical traits, attributes, and characteristics. So, in phenotype liwat, ang liwat ini ang tawagan pagsugad. Asya ito mga anong color, kung kulot ba, kung color, tas mata, bagat sugad. So, ang gene liwat, asya ang fundamental units of hereditary that carry the information needed. So, kunanot atot genes, asya ka ito mga gawas. Anong combination ng nani nga ng tatay, chat. Basta ito. Kunanot atot yung gene, asya ka itong ginhimo. So, ang chromosomes liwat. So, ang chromosomes are circular strands of genes or stringlets. So, asya niraan, di ba may naton 23 pairs ng chromosomes sa aton kita made of 23 pairs of chromosomes. So, kung lalaki ko no signido XY, kung babae XX. So, asya to. So, transcription. So, ang transcription or information in a gene is used by the cell to make messenger RNA molecules. Ang transcription, kumbaga, di ba, nagpo-provide information ng gene. So, ang mangyayari, ma-release din messenger RNA molecule para hand translation liwat. The information of in the mRNA molecule is used to make the gene product. So, amo to ang ganda ng information ng mRNA, pagka diya translation liwat, amo liwat, anhimuon, amo liwat, at susugdon liwat para magkadahin gene product. Sukad siya na dok. So, next is the mutation. So, ano yung mutation? So, mutations, so change in the characteristics of a cell caused by change in the DNA molecule that's transmissible to the upstream. So, ini nga mutation, it is caused by mga microorganism or viruses. Kumbaga, they accumulate in the DNA. Tapos, iragin. It's either may naapektuhan ang usa nga DNA and pag process ang DNA or waray or amo gyapon adto nakakakos hin defectiveness han gene lugod. So anay yung result may dadiri may nagiging diri mapalugod nga result pag abot ngadtuhan baby or makakos lugod hin problem. So in here it is categorized into three, the beneficial, harmful, and silent. So the first is the beneficial. So beneficial because it has benefits to the organism. It enables the organisms be resistant to a particular antibiotic. So kung bacteria ini siya beneficial yang ato organism singa ta bacterial cells kay tungod nga ini nga iya pag-mutate kumbaga nag-release sirahin sugad for example singa ta penicillin na medicine. So ang yung target niya is mga usually gram-negative bacteria and kanan iya and cell wall and peptidoglycan. So ang ginbubuhat liwatan may daliwat mga bacteria nga na-release din enzymes nga penicillinase which is kumbaga ginbablock nera ang pagsulodhan han penicillin nga antibiotic. So ang nangyayari is nagiging gamit so nagiging immune niya lang ato so nakakag-mutate kaya so diri na nakukuhan medicine and sang ato nga bacteria. So ang sunod is the harmful mutation leads to the production of non-functional enzyme or lethal mutation. So ini bagat nag-produce na laliwatin enzymes nga di naman nga ni kailangan so bagat to. So unsilent liwat unsilent bagat neutral mutation laya waray effect so okay labis siya di na magkinuan so bagat waray effect. So the next is ways of bacteria to acquire new genetic information. So the first one is the lysogenic conversion. So lysogenic conversion involves the bacteriophages and the acquisition of new viral genes. So di ba may nakita ito ang sinisiring na lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle. So ang lysogenic cycle so diba, nasa ludlayang ato na penetrate or na combined or na bind yang atohan ang receptor na sa nga bacterial cells tapos ang atohan niya host cells tapos asya to na so yang ato nakatiyan DNA nagdadamulay yang ato so bagat na iyagin kukuanan nga to ang DNA replication nga tohan host cells tapos siya naging sisinugod nito nagdididang mulaya dito hasulodhan cells. So the next is the transduction. Transduction involves the bacteriophages and the acquisitions of new bacterial genes. So example, ang yung mga dito sa to carry across temperate bacteriophage, viral DNA, tapos prophage. So the next is the transformation. Involves the uptake of naked DNA. So asyad to an bagat pagdamuhan mga DNA. And conjugation liwat involves the transfer of genetic information from one cell to another to hollow 6 pillows. So, kumbaga, diba ang pila sa siya niyan mga kuan so ini kumbaga may the recipient cells ini para ma-transfer. So the next is the genetic engineering. So genetic engineering is a technique developed to transfer eukaryotic genes into other easily cultured cells to facilitate the large-scale numbers of important gene products. So iniliwat, this is advanced technology na aton world. So iniya gamit niya kung na human, kung gusto daw gusto nimo ting baby maging blue-eyed. So ini genetic engineering can be practiced or can be used in order to attain what you want for your baby. So this is also very very helpful for in the agriculture and economical living or practices kasi this is used for mga vegetables sa mga farms gagamitin nila para mga gulay para for example sa ibang bansa and mga gulay kung irregular sizes is mga sugudla then pag because of biotic genetic engineering nadadag kwera like na 10 times in error sizes than the regular sizes. So so usually it is also called as recombinant DNA technology. So it is kung natawo nga iya vectors is N plasmids not N plasmids kundi ng plasmids iyaan gin bubutangan hindi nga engineered niya genes para katuyang atuhan DNA for replication liwat. Tas for example sa kuan successful usa nga kuan an insulin di ba an human insulin. So is a bacterial kanin microorganism ito produce kundi ng mga scientist or bacteriologist ilagin kuan adto para mag-fight against and production ng insulin in aton body para may nato magamit bagat ano ba ito bagat artificial or basta sunod. Then agriculture matuan mga gulay na environment liwat and for examples and kanan ano ba inin tawag ini ang sinisira nga bioremediation sa imbay nila basta so then a vaccine then ang next kay and gene therapy. So ang gene therapy liwat so presence of disease, it involves the insertion of the normal germ into cells to correct specific genetic or acquired disorder caused by the defective gene. So, iniliwatiya, kumbaga, gene therapy from the word of cell therapy. So, yaan, gagamit naman niya pag-repair ang isang gene nga defective na nga daan. So, amo to babaluan nera and kuan so correct nera and defective and gene in order para ini nga ini nga kuan is maging normal lagi hapon and So that's all.